It's clever name, it's clever name. Mad blunts and bong blast. Clever name podcast. Fucked up shit to make your mom laugh.
You're fucked.
Never really know what you gon' get. Might catch a buzz from the contact. Lots of that disgusting discussion. Loving it cause it's funny. We got topics for the rich. Poor, gorgeous, and ugly. We got guests of all shapes and sizes. Outrageous violence. If you home alone, then don't try this. Clever name podcast is where you find us.
We are here. We are live. We made it back on the website, so our NPMs are high. Pre-show went off the rails. But Arttys here. He's a little. We got a sleepy Artie. Artie was out doing a quinceañera or something last night. Martin's here. He's also. Everybody's sleepy. Everybody was out there. It's too warm. Everybody's just. We don't have the energy right now, so we're gonna have to bring it up because I have 50 things that I'm not supposed to say to black people, and I'm going to say them all to Blake, and I'm going to see how he gets.
That's okay, I'm not black.
Yeah, I know, but remember, in my phone you are.
Yeah.
Because I can't, mainly because I can't spell, not because I'm racist, but also because I'm racist. But it's...
What do you have on your phone, Blackie?
No, it's just black. It's just black. I don't know why. I wrote it, committed. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Did he get it from Boost Mobile?
Yes. It changes everybody's number when you have a Boost Mobile. When you just try to write anything in there, it just goes black. But then, do you know that there was a Fuck Trudeau festival that was right around the corner from us?
What?
Yeah. We'll just jump right into it. I saw this video. It was going around on Twitter. I don't know, maybe you might recognize this. Yeah, this is right in front of the Canadian Tire.
Like a car show, right?
Yeah. I even Google Maps it here so you could find exactly where it is, so you could have.
I was on Saturday, no?
It was like last week, I think.
Yeah, Saturday.
But
I remember.
I was driving home and I saw them.
So I looked at this, and then I looked at this, and you can see the sign where it's the same sign right there. So there were a bunch of fucking assholes in this, like it's just a bunch of teenagers in the street just revving their engine. And I think there was a
driving.
No, but yeah, I think some people got arrested. But there was a car show. Yeah. It was like a bunch of fucking assholes with small dicks and Subarus sitting in a parking lot, and they went like.
There's some McLarens.
There was probably a couple of like medium-sized dick McLaren owners, but they were all like revving their engines and going like, "What? You're one, bap!" And then mine went like pop, and then they like, I don't know, grab a double and suck each other's dicks or something. But then they all recognized that they had another common interest other than ridiculously stupid car shows. They all hate Trudeau, and so I think a chant when it's chants kind of make you want to join in. Like if you were in a crowd and like 2 people start chanting, you're probably not going to join in. But like 50 people around you are chanting and they just start going, "Fuck Trudeau, fuck Trudeau." You're like, all right, I mean, even if you don't believe it, you're like, I just want to be a part of the crew. Fuck Trudeau, fuck Trudeau. So then everybody at the car show doesn't want to seem like a pussy. You're like, what? You like Trudeau? What, you Martin? You love blackface that much that you just love Trudeau regardless of his politics? It's a hardcore stance, Martin, and I respect it. I respect the fuck out of it. Just like, I fucking hate his politics. I hate everything he stands for. But that blackface, pretty based.
Yeah. You and I are not so different.
So it's just a bunch of like high school kids that none of these people vote. Not a single person here voted. They're all too busy. All these people don't give a fuck at all. I can guarantee it. But I was like, I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't realize this happened. I'm surprised I didn't hear it from like it's literally like it went down a very busy street in our neighborhood and took over a Canadian Tire, the holiest of parking lots in our country. It's literally like the sacred ground that they're on right now. So
skid marks everywhere.
This might be a federal crime because it took place at a Canadian Tire.
A shit ton of fines.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like you guys, Vatican.
Pretty much. When you want to repent for your sins, you go to the automotive section of a Canadian Tire, and a guy puts an oil grease cross on your head, and he changes your tire, says you're good, bud, sends you on your way. You grab some street meat out front from Every Canadian Tire, I don't know if they have a fucking like contract with a
Just
chain,
a random fucking hot dogs.
or it's like first dibs.
They made it fancy now, though.
But every single one of them has it. There's this thing in Canada where Canadian Tires, I think when one opens, like a guy just sets up shop there and just won't leave. Like it's like squatting.
Good foot traffic.
Sure it is, but I'm saying like, how do you get dibs? How do I get one?
Paper, scissors.
If two of you show up at the same time on opening day, you got to Rochambeau for it, and then winner gets to just live there because it's just always there. There's a staple at the front of every Canadian Tire where there's just a street meat cart. And it seems not associated whatsoever with Canadian Tire.
It's more like a hut now.
Yeah, it's kind of a shack where they sell medium grade sausages out of. And
Poutine.
And yeah, but I don't know how that came about. Like at the opening of the first Canadian Tire in fucking the 17th century or something. I don't know when they started. It's probably fucking 1500s, I would assume. The first ye old Canadian Tire, as they called it, I believe. And there was just some guy selling haggis or something out front, just lamb chops out front with a bell. And he just went, yeah, get your lamb here. And it's just kept on as a tradition. I don't know. And now there's fuck Trudeau rallies based. You know what? Good job. You take over a Canadian Tire in a Centra parking lot, you crazy motherfuckers. They took over an Applebee's. Whoa, it's worse than January 6th or whatever the fuck it was. It's worse. If you invade a Canadian Tire parking lot Applebee's, you're gonna have the army come on you. You'll have mounted police officers show up at your door within the week, and they'll be like, "Hey, bud, don't do that again, fella, or we're gonna have to fine your ass." And then they'll clop away, clop down the street. Fucking backward ass second world nation. I'm so disappointed by all the choices we've made.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's a tapestry, but it's like how we're like leftovers. You know what I mean? Like all the stuff that like everybody else didn't want. Have you ever seen like a really shitty blanket made out of a bunch of other blankets? That's what we are. So it's like all the leftover material when they made like a cashmere sweater or something like that. You just got a little piece of it. Yeah, cool. There's some cool spots. But the rest of it is just trash that was going to be thrown out. And that's where we live.
It's a good analogy.
That is a perfect analogy for Canada. That is I've never heard something more spot on. It's a tapestry of leftover garbage. And Hortons.
In Hortons.
Canadian Tire.
I was driving behind a truck that had a fucking big ass sticker on his back window that said "Make Canada Great Again," and I was like, I've never seen that sticker here.
Yeah, I think I've seen those hats now. I think they're going around.
Really?
Like, yeah, the red "Make Canada Great Again." It's like the opposing parties in Canada have like adopted it, but not actually adopted it. Like it's like the fans of the Conservative parties of Canada have just made that their thing, but it's not like anybody's going for.
Never great to begin with.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Make Canada great.
It should be. It should be like we should do something for once, eh? Like, hey, bud.
Do something, eh?
Hey, bud, we should fucking like maybe be great for once, eh? That's a good shirt. Write that down. It's gonna be a little wordy, but I like it. I think that's good. Hey, bud, maybe do something good. Hey, fella. Yeah,
Don't be a bender, bud.
So, but speaking of Canada, did you know that Alberta's on fire?
Yeah,
I didn't know Alberta's on fire. So
they're always on fire.
Apparently, this was a controlled burn by the state of Florida, or the state of the province of Florida. I nailed it that time. The province of Florida, otherwise known as Alberta, they needed to burn some of the brush away that was dead from spring, and that's what they do. It's a thing that they got out of hand, got a little out of hand. And now it's taking over the highway, and it's when they turn around and look at it, it looks like a scene from Armageddon or something. Like it seems like this is Terminator 15. They're like, oh, oopsie doopsie. We made a little bit of an oopsie, and now the entire province of Alberta is on fire, and it's mostly oil. That's gonna be an issue. There's gonna be a big problem when that fire hits the oil fields, because it turns out fire and oil, they like each other a lot, and then they're gonna mate, and they're gonna make more little fires to spread across this fucking godforsaken land, and then we can make it great for once. Ah, I see what they've
Yeah,
done.
but we can't get. We need the oil.
Yeah, it's a problem. They're gonna burn off a lot of oil.
We need that money.
You gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet, and that's what we gotta do here. We gotta burn off that top layer of oil.
Get rid of Quebec.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can we spread this? Can we somehow guide this around Ontario and burn those French motherfuckers to the ground? Watch them all going, oh, tabernacle, shod, very shod.
Do you guys have like helicopters trying to put out the fires, but they just lay out like a big spray of maple syrup?
Kind of, yeah. I think so. I think all the guys just tap the local trees, and that's basically what our firefighters are. It's firefighters on horses with buckets of maple syrup. They run in there, clop, clop, clop. Hey, bud, fucking take that, fella. Oh, fuck, I'll be back with more when I tap a tree this spring. Yeah. So we're under fire. Everything's on fire. We're all gonna die. Okay. You want to go see what's in Russia? Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me go ahead and get a.
So, a guy tried to start a fire in Russia. The manliest of ways. The best way.
Guns.
Gasoline.
Wait, what?
This is always the smartest idea. You take a canister of gasoline, you pour it. Oh, it caught a little bit. Oh.
Блять!
Yeah.
The most Russian reaction ever.
воду кидай, говорю. Вода там, в бассейне.
He tried to throw it in the water.
Yeah.
He missed.
Yeah.
Clearly.
He shook the can.
That's exactly how the Soviet Union fell.
His
Pool
feet are on
burning
fire
now?
again.
This pool's on fire.
The pool is on fire. This is Russia. In Soviet Russia, pools are on fire. He was trying to shovel the fire into the water, and now he's shoveling the fire water into the. So it burned. Yeah, it burned through the pool, and the water is on fire. He made fire water. And I think this is what the attack on the Kremlin was. I'm fairly sure this is what it was. It just spread so far that they're like, oh my god, this must be some sort of attack by Ukraine. Nope. Just a drunk Russian trying to set a fire in his backyard. I've done this. I've poured gas. Like, I always did like lighter fluid, so it's a little bit easier. But I've done that exact thing where
I've
you
done
like
it with a jerry can.
yeah, where you like spray a little bit of gas, fire bombs on things, and you're like, oh shit, but you just like stomp it out. You don't do this. You don't do this. You don't run around and jiggle the can everywhere. And then as he's trying to dump it into the pool, he dumps out a bunch of gas all over. Now it's just gas and water. They don't mix. So now you're just going to have fire water. You literally just created like a new element. Like I don't know how to deal with. Like I don't.
Instant boiling water.
Yeah. Everything I've known about fire is just like, yeah, like from Pokemon to science class to everything about it is that water beats fire. But there's a secret like special card you can throw down, and you can just go,
card.
yeah, it's like, yeah, you're like, oh, you've activated my trap card, gasoline, and now it's like flowing fire. You've created like active lava that can just attack your house now. Like it can go like, okay, we're gonna flow this way. They're working together. They're like opposing enemies that now just work together to destroy the world. It's like Saudi Arabia and Russia. This is what is going on right now. Russia and Saudi Arabia, both horrible places, just awful places. But when you put them together, they can make everywhere horrible. That's communism. Hell yeah.
Oh god.
We figured it out. Good job, boys.
Yeah, there we go. Again, I've been out of the last firebender over here.
Yeah. So that's what's going on in Russia. They are creating new elements to fight in the war. I'm assuming this was some sort of strategic test, and they're going to now fire water bomb. They're not going to know what to do. They're going to splash water, or it's just going to spread the fire more. You're going to have some crazy Pompeii situation, and then soon enough you'll be Alberta. And nobody wants to be Alberta now. It's so hot. So high.
Instead of dropping a missile on someone, they just drop it in fucking on-ground pool full of that shit.
It's an above-ground pool filled with gasoline and fire. You're like, oh my god, this is the greatest weapon ever. Yeah, not since the A-bomb have we seen such destruction. They're just helicopters carrying pools full of gasoline. This is genius. Dude, we don't send this podcast to Putin, because next week we're going to be blamed for a Ukrainian fire pool bombing, and they're not going to know how to put it out, because there's going to be water mixed in. When they pour water on it, nothing's going to happen.
That'd be fine if they name it after us, though.
And then,
the clever name, instead of like a Molotov cocktail, it's a CNP cocktail. Think about it, dude. Patent pending. Can't steal that shit. CNP cocktail is when you fill a gasoline pool and light it on fire and throw it at your enemies. Nobody's seen that before.
They're gonna call this one like a Molotov water slide or some shit.
Yeah, a Molotov slip and slide is dope. You fill it with gasoline and then you light it up and somebody slides down that. Idea. At the end of our mace fight that we were talking about earlier, that'll be that's like the pyrotechnics at the end. Loser has to slide down the gasoline slip and slide. They Spartan kick them down it.
Into a pool.
We'll work out the logistics later. We might have like a NASCAR team with fire extinguishers at the end, just go put you out. So keeping on our little our Canadian theme that I've had so far, do you guys know where Conception Bay is? It's in Canada. Any ideas? No?
Conception Bay.
Yeah.
That sounds like a knockout version of like Makeout Point, like a random hill where high schoolers hook up at. Kind of. It's just where newfies fuck. It's basically the same. Oh fuck, man! To go down to the fucking Conception Bay there so I can get pregnant. It's that. It's off the coast of Dildo Island. I don't know if you know that. So there is. It's off the coast of Dildo. There's Conception Bay. I don't know if this is so kismet. Like, I don't believe in coincidences. So the coder of the simulation has made this. All three of these things are possible. So off the coast of Dildo Island in Conception Bay, there is a penis-shaped iceberg that's floating around, I shit you not, currently, right now. If you went out into the Conception Bay, probably you could see it from the coastline of Dildo. There's a giant fucking cock iceberg floating in the bay.
Residents of Dildo.
Insert that Dr. Evil, like that penis-shaped spaceship going around.
Do you guys all want? Can we start like a podcast studio in Dildo? Like, is there nothing better? Because every show we go live off the coast of Conception Bay in the town of Dildo.
That's me.
It's us coming to you live from a dick-shaped iceberg.
So fun.
And fucking Item's girlfriend on that with all of her OnlyFans girls. Create their new sex positive event, Creator Smash.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Now you got YouTubers fucking around.
It weirded me out when I went to Newfoundland when I was younger. There's icebergs year round in the ocean. I didn't realize that was a thing. I kind of thought they melted and came back. But no, they're like there.
No, they don't melt and come back.
So like you can see them from the coast, which is weird because like the water's not cold. Like the coast water, but like I don't know. I can't understand. I don't understand the physics. It's like magnets. I don't know how they work. But like you could go in the water and you could swim. It's the middle of summer. But like 500 feet out there, there's a giant dick-shaped iceberg.
Can you swim to it though?
I'd probably get chilly. I'm assuming it's chilly because it's there and it's not flaccid. When you know it gets warm, when all of a sudden it starts kind of flopping over on itself, it's laying back on its balls. Yeah, that's when you know it got warm. But right now, fucking he's out there. So I don't know if we want to we could canoe out there, do a podcast from the dick in Conception Bay off of the coast of Dildo. Nothing better than that. But yeah, apparently it's in Newfoundland. I don't know how.
Where is Dildo?
It's in Conception Bay.
Yeah, but
It's just right off the coast. We just need to go off the coast of Dildo right there.
all right, I'll look it up later.
Yeah, but you can look. You can see this is another angle. You can see it's got like two distinct balls. And this is why they didn't want global warming, because they knew hilarious stuff like this was going to happen, and we'd all come together. This unites the right and the left. Funny penis iceberg. And now if that could take down a ship and murder a bunch of billionaires. Woo! Oh. Everything would be perfect. We need our own Canadian Titanic. It's just a bunch of like canoers, like just a bunch of people like in a canoe and a banana boat, and they go out there. Yeah. Well, we could try. I don't know how long it's gonna be there. I feel like it's gonna get warmer and the shape's gonna change. And there's gonna be some Jared Fogle looking motherfucker who goes out there and hollows it out and lives in it for a little bit. That's probably a thing that's currently happening. He's gonna build us I'll hire that guy from earlier. He'll hollow us out a podcast.
You didn't see that tow truck at the base of the shafts?
Yeah. You can go up. There's like a little window. It's like a light tower at the top. Like you can climb up the shaft and then you go up top there and you can wave to all the people back on the shoreline. It's a beautiful thing, honestly. It's you know what? I might move in here. Housing prices in Canada are crazy. If you can live in the Dick iceberg, here you go. It's beautiful. So I thought that was perfect for the show, right? And there's nothing better than dicks.
Wow, Newfoundland's fake.
Newfoundland isn't real. It's all part of the simulation. And you know what else is? The royal thingy. You know that we got a king now, and he's gonna be on our money.
Yeah.
You know that we're still Artie. Can you come invade us? Can you like get a bunch of like? Can you go out in front of your local Home Depot and see if you can get a bunch of spunky Mexicans to really, really try and invade Canada? Because I feel like if you get enough, you could probably do it.
A lot of Armenians are.
Yeah,
dude.
If I just tell Artie that we're mostly populated by Armenians, he'll just take out the whole country. He'll have a gasoline pool ready in no time. Artie, I know you have an above ground pool. Don't even try and tell me you don't have an above ground pool.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. But if they end up Russia ends up bombing Ukraine with the swimming pool shits, they're gonna ban them here to fucking combat Russia anytime soon.
That is true, yeah. And every Mexican household will be condemned because
exactly. Fucking.
So there was a coronation for the king. I guess now we got a new king and a queen. I guess I didn't pay attention. Well, we're still under the monarchy. We're somehow like England's retarded brother.
Yeah.
No fuck it. But we just talk funny. We're like Boston to England. We're like, why do they talk like that? It's so weird that like it's confusing. Or like Australia to England. You're like, they're the same people. They just the hemisphere fucked them up. I don't exactly understand why they do that. They sound so fucking weird. But so some guy snuck under the lawn and cut the grass before the coronation, and
yeah, I saw
he made it a penis. So there was a giant penis there that was sort of visible. It seemed like they tried to. I didn't really see it in the coronation. I just saw pictures.
Like pretty.
He's straight, right?
Like we're just gonna have a penis of every element of nature involved here.
Yeah, dude. We are. Just, all right, now we just need a rock cock and we're good to go. If somebody could just
the Russian fire might have made a burned out penis or something.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we get a couple. We already got a coxicle. We got a grass cocks. We're finding all the cocks around the world here. But yeah, apparently this happened during the coronation. I don't know who did it, but based on them.
Wow.
Good job. Cause
look at that.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares?
Not into the grass, like.
Yeah, just I'm assuming some Irish guy is really worried about that. Like, I don't know, like 800 years of tyranny. They're all fucking up in arms about that shit. Fucking drunk and can't understand them. They probably just could have asked for freedom like Canada did, but nobody can understand people from Ireland. They're like, "Why you all give freedom?" Like, what the fuck do you want? I don't know. Go back to your hut. I don't want to hear you fucking leprechaun. I don't want to listen to whatever you're saying. There's just bagpipes playing over everything you say. I don't know what the fuck that is. Go away. Us Canadians ask politely. We're like, hey, bud, you mind we just fucking take off? They're like, sure. And then we're good. We opened a Hortons and we're good. We carved out a nice hut and we lived here. But now, the settlers of Dildo Island would probably be proud of this dick monument that we did to fuck the new king and queen. Nobody actually gives a fuck. Do you care? Did anybody around you care about the king and queen, Artie? Or is America just like America? Fuck yeah.
Well, for some reason America does give a shit. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is the point of that? Didn't they escape England, so we don't have to hear about the king's bullshit ever again.
If there is a heaven and like your ancestors are looking down on you, the people who fought and murdered people to get away from the king's tyranny, to watch people go, oh my God, Meghan Markle said what about the queen? Like, and you're like, your ancestors slit the throat of British people and spit down their throats because tea was too expensive. You fucking like, are you fucking kidding me? Now you guys are like reading the tabloids about Prince Charles. You're like, go fuck yourself.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Yeah, I would haunt the fuck out of them. Oh, and you notice it's the same people, actually. That's a weird coincidence. Same people who care about that stuff are the same people that would tell you that that ghost haunted you last night. They would go like, oh yeah, fucking some crazy guy in like a red coat and crazy boots and chains came into my room last night and talked to me. And be like, yeah, that was your ancestor who slit British people's throat and he's coming back to you for fucking putting the queen on your money. Like that, yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Draw dicks. That I fully support drawing dicks on the queen's property, king's property. So you know, have anybody been keeping up with Britney Spears, the saga with Britney Spears? No.
Sorta.
I kind of love it.
Nuts.
Yeah, she's gone nuts.
I love it too.
Again?
Well, yeah, so I've gone deep down the conspiracy rabbit hole. I don't care about flat Earth. I don't care about fucking the Illuminati. I care about the Britney Spears conspiracy theory. This is deep to me. I don't understand if you guys understand how much this means to me, because Britney Spears was like a sex icon to me when I was a kid. She was like the perfect age for me to grow up thinking she was hot the whole way. Like she was just a little bit older than me the whole way. And even now when she's drunk and trashy old Tennessee trailer trash, I'm like, hell yeah. Go get it, girl. I'll get you a whole case of Pabst Blue Ribbon. You can rub your pussy on my face. Let's do it. I'm in. But there's a theory that Britney Spears, it's bigger than like the Paul McCartney theory where like he's been replaced, because now we live in the future. Somebody is being Britney Spears through AI, and someone caught a frame of it on the internet where they have like a very intricate Facetune app where they're being Britney Spears. Somebody is taking control of Britney Spears' social media and they're being her. And I will show you that video right now, because I'm in. I'm down on this conspiracy theory. It's not Britney, bitch.
Oh my God.
Okay, what the actual fuck? A lot of people have been seeing that this is not Britney. Somebody's been using a filter to look like her, and I'm about to prove it. There's a clip that I got from this guy's page, or girl's page. So you see her hands go above her face once. Watch when they come back down.
Oh,
it's one
what's that?
frame. But this is a blue-eyed person.
What's that?
With a filter.
Yeah.
Excuse me? What the fuck is that? Not
Britney, bitch.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's
Not
Britney, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is, but it's not Britney, bitch. Somebody is taking control of Britney Spears' social media account and making her do these crazy things. I don't think any of it's been her. Maybe maybe that bald lady from before wasn't even her. It was just fucking Jim Carrey in a wig, or not a wig, in a bald cap. I don't know what the fuck is real.
Died years ago. She OD'd.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Britney Spears hasn't. Yeah, she OD'd during the like 2007 or whatever fucking mental breakdown, and then somebody's been faking it ever since. There's been like a Chinese app. Yeah, there's like a Chinese app that's taking control of her.
That's so weird.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Not.
Britney, bitch.
Told you.
Scroll back and let's see it again.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
With a filter of Britney.
That's not Britney, bitch.
So
It's
weird.
very quick and easy to miss.
How do the eyes?
But I can't believe I just caught that. Watch.
You can
Very
see.
quick and easy to miss, but
That's crazy.
ain't no denying that.
Britney, bitch.
This isn't Britney. It hasn't been Britney.
Maybe it's a makeup filter.
That's no, because that looks like. Why would you make your makeup shitty? Like, is there a shitty Britney Spears makeup? Like, she's always has her mascara running for some reason. Like, she's just worked out. Like, yeah, I think that's what it is. I think this is kind of a workout for her. Like,
And if you see one more frame, you can see the Snapchat dog ears.
I think I'm convinced that what
No, she still looks like this.
Above her face once. Watch when they come back down.
that's
Britney, bitch.
There's no makeup there. That's the thing. Like,
it's a completely different lady. That's not her.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's like her eyes are like a different
it's
color
one
and
frame,
shape.
but this is a blue-eyed person.
And when
with
you
a-
see her, I don't know if you guys ever seen this thing. It came out recently. It's called like NVIDIA eye capture. It's freaky as fuck. So like what it does is it'll track your eyes, but it'll also make you look. So like if I'm looking over at you, Martin, it'll still make my eyes look at the camera. So the recording of the video will look like I'm still staring at the camera no matter where I'm looking. And that's what this looks like. It doesn't look right. Your eyes don't look right. They look like AI generated. And that's what the this fucking looks like. Her eyes just don't look like, they have like no soul. They're like not there. It's AI generated. They can't, that's that uncanny valley that they can't get through, even in video games.
oh
where
my
it's just,
god, and that's why they've wanted people to get on her side so that they can have the money. And her family can't have the money if they. Oh, the theory could go crazy.
I told you.
That's crazy.
I told you. That's where we're at in the world.
Filter of
Oh my
Britney.
goodness.
I'm deep into this. This is my number one conspiracy. I don't give a fuck about JFK, 9/11. If I had one chance to ask God one question, I go, "What's up with Britney?" I go, "What's going on?" I don't. He's like, "You sure you don't want to know like how what's the meaning of life? Like, is there a hell?" No. Is it Britney, bitch?
Yeah,
like, was it Britney, bitch? Like, what happened? Tell me the entire saga. Start at the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and we go to now. What? Go. So there's the JT, he broke up, cried a river. I remember that. There's fucking he brought Sexy back. We don't know where she went to the loony bin. What happened? Tell me all the stuff that happened, and then now we have AI generated Britney.
It's
Not
Britney, bitch.
convinced. Fully convinced it's not Britney. So whatever crazy shit that she does, I'll never hold Britney liable. Maybe this is just my copium, so I can still keep her high in my head. Yeah, I'm just going like, yeah, no, I think I'm holding it that I can get her one day, so I'm gonna be on her side no matter what. It's not her. Still holding out to be that K-Fed. I want to be K-Fed 2.0, baby. We're gonna be getting fucking couple $100,000 a month just to do nothing. Hell yeah.
Watch K-Fed like end up being a big flat earther after all this too.
You go down the rabbit hole, dude. He's the head. K-Fed's in the Illuminati. There's like a whole, dude. You go through this whole thing. It goes deep. But Artie, did your family make it over the border before it closed last night?
They did.
Did you?
Yeah, I think Title 42. But technically, it's open, right?
No.
Like, there's more migrants. Okay. Well,
I thought it closed at midnight last night, as far as I understood.
What happened?
So there was this thing called, you know how COVID ended last week, right? Like COVID it just ended. Congratulations, we all did it. Good job surviving a once in a lifetime pandemic for 3 years, and it happened so hard that we forgot that it even happened. Like we were still living through it up until last week. It's crazy. We were in a state of emergency. Like we were at fucking red. Like there was no higher thing. Like if a 9/11 happened at any time in the 3 years, they didn't have a notch to turn it to. There was no crank it to 11. We were already there. So there's this thing called Title 42 that if you made it over the border, basically, this is a layman's version of it, but if you made it over the border and then you were captured eventually after, or you started living there, there was like a pandemic clause that they weren't going to send you back, that you could stay. But that ended last night at midnight. It officially ended. So there was a full out rush to the border.
There's like 3 game shows like that here in America.
It's Black Friday for Mexicans. That's what's going on. That's what's going on here.
What are they doing?
You go.
No, like, what does America do?
Oh, we I think we give them a 401k and voting rights.
Did they just shoot them?
No. Oh, they say they say no Russian, and then they open fire.
Oh my god.
There you go.
No Mexican. An elevator opens and they say no Mexican, and they curl their curly mustache, and then they open fire.
No worries.
They have to go somewhere.
Probably Arizona, New Mexico, and California. Yeah, they do go somewhere. Texas. Yeah, that's where they head. Places, sanctuary states that aren't going to send them home. Yeah, but as of last night, they're in. They beat the deadline. It's like tax season. They got to get it in under the wire right there. But, well, good luck. Good luck. Immigration. I don't know what the fuck. I think they had some sort of state of emergency in Texas for a little bit, like where they were like, dude, this is getting out of hand. Like, there's nothing you can do. I don't know. I would, no matter how much I'm getting paid as a border guard, when this comes down, I go, not paid enough. Not paid enough. I'll go like, ugh. Yeah. You know, like you make an attempt for the camera, and then but just make sure you don't get stomped. But is this how you migrated, Artie?
No, I was actually born here in like Beverly Hills, but my family definitely like made it this way. That way.
They made it to Beverly Hills. They hopped the border to Beverly Hills.
I did. We were lucky. Like we got like the star treatment. We must have been a good time. I think like Antonio Banderas had like a fucking movie that came out.
Spy Kids was really popping off.
Mexico. I think Legend of Zorro just dropped, and they're like, "Hey, we love Mexicans now. Come on in."
People were really big into V for Vendetta, so they let me in.
Yeah, it was cool.
Fluffy and Carlos Mencia were big, so they were just letting anybody in.
Yeah, we reached this perfect level of like circus entertainment for America that they just let us in.
They're like, I really like that Mexican hat song, so like I'm gonna let them stay. And now you have California. And Artie lives there. Ugh.
Oh yeah,
that's
fun.
Reason enough to stay out of
actually.
that godforsaken Mad Max world that you're going through. It's like a fucking John Hughes movie there. Absolutely not. Not gonna move there ever. All right. Rare condition.
Yeah, I'm missing out.
This lady, Pamela J, is either trying to milk her OnlyFans or actually has a rare condition that only affects 300 people known in the world. Her rare condition is her boobies got fat as fuck in like a couple of months. So like her boobies got huge. I think it says exactly what it is. She went from like a J to an O, which I'm like, these aren't even numbers to me. Like I don't understand how your titties can do that. But apparently in the course of 4 months, she packed on that much breast meat that it got out of hand. It was like that lady we watched before the show.
Yeah, they should team up.
Yeah, I know, right? If you had these titties and that lady we watched in the pre-shows fucking thighs and hips, damn, we found Artie's wife.
Oh yeah, put them together like a Dragon Ball Z fusion, extra thick. The best result is they do get really big. They didn't fuck up the dance.
Oh my god.
The hips will be seen from fucking space like Shenron.
But Martin, you're the tit guy. Too much?
Yeah.
Too much?
Way too much.
But like even for like a novelty?
Dude, it looks fake.
I would like my penis.
It looks like it's Photoshop and just enlarged.
Yeah, but that's what happened to her. Oh, she had like a curse on her by like a witch or something. She pissed off a warlock, and she woke up one night and just her titties are just growing. And over the course of 4 months, I don't know the math between J and O because I don't understand the physics and mechanics. Is there a double J? Is it like, I don't understand. So I have no idea how many sizes are between J and O, but she grew that in the time of 4 months. So more breast meat than the average girl will get in her entire life. She grew in 4 months. And like, I would assume that I made a deal with the devil or something and he was coming to like pay. Like I would go like, is this going to stop? Is it going to rip? Like, am I going to be that lady who popped a titty? Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. But she's just been milking it for OnlyFans money. That's honestly, life gives you lemons. You turn it into fucking OnlyFans. You shove it up your ass and you make an OnlyFans. That's what you do.
Speaking of Milky, she's got the mommy milkers with that cow decal on her fucking cell phone. Somebody thought that through.
Yeah, and you know what? There's been like 4 people with their dick in their hand writing that typing it with one hand in her comment section too. Just like, ooh, moo. Like, I'm sure there's lots of those. Look at those udders. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, exactly. And I hope somebody was there to play Seinfeld music for them too.
There we go.
But
they just linked that Doja Cat song to her fucking comments.
I think I would like, even for the novelty, my dick's just gonna be suffocated in there. Like it would just get lost. I wouldn't know where it is. I'd be worried about it. I'm not gonna see it. It's not coming. It's not peeking out the other side. There's no way. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's an avalanche that I'm smothered in. As much fun as that is, I feel like it's gonna make me insecure. As much as Crystal can do that to me just by saying it's tiny. It's just like, at least she has tiny tits, so like there you go. It like really it works. We found each other. We're like puzzle pieces. This puzzle piece doesn't fit, so I'm not gonna be able to work it out with Miss Pamela here, but she's gonna get some of that meat cut off. But she says she's gonna try and take a huge chunk of it out. I don't know how they're gonna hollow that out, but hopefully they take that surgery and they use like a melon baller and they just hunk that up. But I'm hoping there's like a transplant surgery where a poor AA woman who doesn't have any breast meat can be donated breast meat, because this lady's got so much to spare and she's just gonna throw it away. It's really disrespectful. In all honesty, it should be a hate crime. She just have to live with it. That should be the way that the world works. All right, okay. We've made the worst thing in the world a little bit better with this intro song. Let's do it. It's This Week in Woke.
Okay, boomers, let's try it together. If someone calls my sheet and call her die. If someone calls my heat and call him her. If someone calls my date and call them die. Doesn't mean die.
Oh my god.
I fucking love that.
It does make it better.
It does make it so much better. But you know what doesn't make your life better? Cutting your dick off. Turns out, as this them is going to explain to us, it doesn't get better. We should start a campaign. It doesn't get better. As much as that dick is like an inconvenience when you're trying to sleep or something, it's getting all mashed up in between your legs, you're riding a bike, it's awful. Like, as much of an inconvenience it doesn't get better if you cut it off. That's a PSA. The more you know.
It was gonna be hard, but nobody tells you that it could be this fucking hard. But yeah, I was diagnosed with vaginal stenosis, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically when scar tissue gets built up inside of the vaginal canal to the point where it's like extremely tight and uncomfortable. And the thing is, for the first year after getting bottom surgery, you have to dilate your vagina religiously because it's a brand new canal that needs to be kept open religiously for the first year. And now that I have this stenosis, I physically cannot dilate. New recovery was gonna be hard.
So
but nobody
the moral of that story is her pussy's gonna seal up because the scar tissue from her ramming a dildo in the open wound she's created in her leg has built up so much scar tissue that now it's painful and swollen, and it's your body's way of saying, can you please stop? I'm trying to heal you. And and
trying to fix this.
Fucking Osmosis Jones is in your body fighting the fight of his life, and you're shoving a dildo in there. Dude, the fucking 2023 Osmosis Jones is gonna be so weird. It's just like, all right, we're blood cells, we're pumping down to the dick. This is gonna be a fun time. It's like an amusement park down here. Oh God, what's happening? Oh Jesus fucking Christ! Everything's gone so wrong down here. Send help! And they keep sending help, and the ambulances keep crashing into it. It just keeps going as you jam a fucking rod in the wound you've created during your leg. Until it scars up to the point that you can't do it anymore, until your body fought back and it won, and it said, yeah, okay, now we're just gonna seal this up and you're gonna look like a Ken doll. Haha, haha, oopsie, wrong choice. Yeah.
And he's still played by Chris Rock. What the fuck? What's up with this new pussy? I don't know how many goddamn blood cells. I am pumping to the ship.
I hope Chris Rock.
Penicillin up in this bitch.
Dude, Chris Rock as Osmosis Jones in a trans person body is one of the greatest movies ever. If we could do a dub over of Osmosis Jones, like we need to, there we go. There's an idea that we're never going to do, but should be done. I love when we come up with those. Dub over Osmosis Jones, the movie, but instead he's inside of a trans person. It's perfect. Like, this motherfucker got vaginal stenosis. What the fuck? They still trying to jam shit in the pussy and keep it open. This is fucking crazy. I don't know how we gonna heal this motherfucker. He's trying to single-handedly hold the pussy closed himself. Like, he's like, let's keep it closed.
No, Drix is gonna be the one. He's the bigger one, so he's gonna hold it, probably die in the process.
Yeah, it's gonna be an Armageddon scene at the end where he finally gets it closed, but it kills him in the process. Yeah. But then they all die because the suicide rate's so high. Oh, no. Oh, it's sad ending. It's like Marley and me.
He escapes through like a sneeze or some sort of discharge, goes into a new person. And the new person's non-binary, though. Like, man. Oh, shit. Here we go again.
That's Osmosis Jones, too. It's like, I don't even know what this motherfucker is. Non-binary. What the fuck? This guy's a 2? What the hell this shit? Yeah, I like it. All right, Chris Rock, and then he can just do his N-word bit in there, and we'll call it a wrap. It's good. I like it. So,
Yeah.
all
right, guys. I do have to leave in like 2 minutes.
All right.
I did want to show you a little drawing I made, just so we can at least have a couple drawing here or there each episode.
I love it.
Ninja Turtle.
Whoa, I'm so excited. I didn't give him any prompt. This is just like a fucking potpourri.
I'm guessing Ninja Turtle.
It's a special one. Hold on, I think
Let's see.
Make it
Artism. There you go. I got the artism.
All right, guys.
Let me give you your music.
Thought of the most recent subject is what the theme here is.
Oh, not a pussy that's being sealed up.
Classic Britney Spears, but in her schoolgirl outfit.
Oh my god, that is so sick! Oh my god.
Jesus fucking Christ, Artie! Oops, I glitched again? Artie, how are you single-handedly the most retarded and the most talented person that I know? Do those things go hand in hand? Is it like how like you get retard strength, but you just have it with art? Is that what happened?
Essentially what it is.
God, why don't I have a skill? I'm just fucking regular retarded. I'm just like equally bad at all the stuff that I do. That's just not a talent. That fucking sucks, man. I'm so jealous that you can just do that on a He was just, while we were just talking, he just drew that. That's, I don't know. All right, go hire Artie for some commission so he doesn't have to work like a fucking immigrant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be busting tables till 1 in tonight. Wish me luck, guys.
Poor guy.
Should be fun.
Sir.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Artie. Hasta luego, mi amigo.
For sure, dude. Thanks again, guys.
Good luck with the
Social
title
Assassins
42.
podcast, iTunes and Spotify.
Yes.
Fun.
Social Assassins. Bye-bye, Artie.
Take care, guys.
Yeah.
There. Fucking Artie. All right. Well, to wrap up the thing, it would have been Artie's favorite subject. The last thing that I have on the docket.
Armenians?
What?
Armenians?
Not Armenians. Worse. It's drag syndrome.
Oh god. This thing?
Yeah, so this is I'm following them. You should all follow them too. They have social media everywhere, Instagram, Twitter. It's awesome. I'm telling you, they have a website. Mwah. Chef's kiss. It's fucking beautiful.
Where are we?
We are in Germany.
Anybody want to take a shot at what the fuck that thing just said?
Germany.
Oh, you speak Down syndrome, I see.
That was fucking
Germany
clearly.
thought it said England.
That was clearly Germany.
I didn't even know they were saying a place.
I heard England something.
Germany.
Oh my
Germany.
god, Martin. It's like how I got Blake to translate Shaggy to me. This is fucking amazing. This is your people, man. You can fucking... Are they just not even Down syndrome? They're just Polish?
Probably.
These are just average Polish citizens.
Oh my god.
At the queer festival.
I'm at a queer festival.
Oh my god.
Right?
I assume so. I'm gonna go back and take another listen.
At the queer festival.
Or I'm a queer festival. I don't know. At a queer festival or I'm a queer
At
festival.
the queer festival.
Whatever it is, you've nailed it. Okay.
And we are sold out.
Huh?
Vo.
And we are sold out.
And they're sold out.
Oh, sold out! I heard so loud.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I heard,
Like, that
and
didn't
we
make
are
sense.
so loud, and they were so quiet about it.
And we are sold out.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, sold out, yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
Drag syndrome.
Down syndrome.
I think they said drag syndrome. I don't think they just said Down syndrome. I don't think they just said.
I didn't even hear the first word. I just heard syndrome.
That would be fucking hilarious if he just looked at everybody else got a thing, but he's like Timmy from South Park and he can just say he's like a Pokemon. he just says the syndrome that he has. It's so nobody's confused ever. It's just like, what's wrong with this one? Down syndrome. It's easy to figure out.
Germany. Drag syndrome.
That's the first time I've ever seen one.
Where are we?
What is this that they're all saying together?
I heard the N-word.
Oh, you heard I did not hear the N-word. I think they said Yas Queens.
Oh.
I think that's what they said. Oh, I think somebody fucked it up, but I think that's what they were supposed to say because I think somebody said darling. I'm hearing a lot in this. Everyone went rogue. It was like all
That was
right.
the one line they couldn't agree on.
And we all just go, it's solo time. Let's just riff. It's like a fucking Fish concert. Let's fucking just then we all just
Delta
get to.
7.
We should do that at the end of every episode.
Delta 7.
Can we all just go full fucking tard at the end of the episode and just fucking we all just go, all right, 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. That's how I'm gonna take away keep your shit together and we just go full Delta 7 at the end. Yeah. So that's drag syndrome.
Delta 7 even.
Yeah, so drag syndrome, they got a social media, they got a TikTok. The TikTok is kind of where it's at. In all honesty, the TikTok is where it's at because it's like you never know what you're gonna get. You can just click on random things and it's just like this is them in regular outfits, I think.
If you want to be happy, just think of your favorite freedom and where you want to go in life. Find that place. Find those people that treat you the way you were supposed to be treated. Have that respect. Have that love.
It's like retarded Andrew Tate. I fucking love it. He's just giving motivational speeches. I fucking love you say women belong in the kitchen and you should be out there making that bread. I'm a top G. Go fuck yourself. Sign up for my program.
Oh my god.
Dude, Down syndrome Tate is genius. We need to proprietize that. We need to get that under our umbrella. I would like to have a Down syndrome Tate under our wing here. I feel like you guys aren't on board with this idea.
Where do we get one?
Yeah,
that's gonna be ish. That's gonna be the hardest. We're gonna put up signs. Have you seen this man or something? Like I don't know, milk cartons.
Just
I don't know.
like a Snapchat filter over Tate's face.
How do you find one? Yeah. How did they get these? How did they pick up these? I don't think there was just a community of Down syndrome people.
Probably the orphanage though.
Oh, all the young the Down syndrome babies that nobody wants.
Yeah.
You gotta really raise them. It's like cattle. You gotta get them. You gotta really raise them to be so you can get them based from an early age. You can really start indoctrinating them with your red pill ideology. Convert them to Islam and really start hitting the gym so we can get a Bugatti. Because of nothing greater than a retarded Andrew Tate and a Bugatti. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe it'll just be like a Civic with like they cut the roof off. It's like a retarded Bugatti. Like this is my Bugatti, and it's just like it says Bugatti on the steering wheel in crayon. He's just running.
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh god.
I'm into this. I follow this. I love it. I don't know if that makes me a terrible person, but I feel like most of the people that
Probably.
whatever, you guys laughed, so I've made you culpable. So I'm just ensuring that I'm not gonna be lonely when I'm in hell. That's what I'm doing here. That's, I think, the entire backbone of this podcast is just making sure I have people to talk to in hell. Blake beat up a bunch of white people in Chicago. Like, what is he? You remember? You're wearing your shirt. You're wearing your shirt. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And his grandma sent him nudes. There's a whole saga there.
I'm clean.
And he died in Arizona. There's like he has a whole lore. Like, there's like a whole saga behind Blake.
God damn.
It's, if you follow the life of Blake, it's like a whole side podcast you can follow along, and it's fucking wild. It's animated too, Japanese dub.
Japanese dub for sure. Subtitles just pop up in front of your face.
Yeah, it's like really, really inconvenient. Yeah. Well, so I would go follow Drag Syndrome. It's a solid follow. I didn't want to show you this thing. This thing I have to say is this.
Germany.
The fact that you nailed it. One take. You didn't have to re-listen to it.
England the first time.
I heard it 3 times before. I've listened to it before the show. I listened to it while we were listening to it. Like, I didn't get it. I had no idea what the fuck they were saying. And you were just like, dude, that's Germany. He enunciated Germany very clearly there. Yeah, so I would say this is like a Drag Syndrome alum that's just now taken over on TikTok with their crazy TikTok hands. This thing has TikTok hands for days. But yeah, enjoy. Have you ever wondered how puberty blockers work? Well, this thing's gonna tell you.
What are hormone blockers and how do they affect your body? Well, I'm glad you
I want to kill myself. I want to fucking die. I wanted to. You understand that I have a poor relationship with my father. You understand like a Ted Kaczynski Unabomber type situation when you see shit like that. That made me like I had flashes of the Killdozer in my brain. As like I get it. I fully. Yep. Makes sense. When you watch enough of this, it makes you want to go shoot up a school in Nashville. I get it. Because this stuff melts your brain where you're like, what the fuck is that thing? If you even believe it, the things this thing is saying, you would go, well, don't say it all retarded like. Like, even if you were like 100% behind the puberty blockers for kids and stuff and giving them hormones to delay what's supposed to happen to them if you just left them alone. I don't know how you back that, but if you did, you would go, fucking fat Ash Ketchum, fat transgender Ash Ketchum is not the person to tell you.
Hormone blockers are a series of injections and or an implant that you can have put in your arm that temporarily pauses puberty. Oh, what do you mean temporarily pauses puberty?
Thank you. I'm glad he played my part because that is exactly what I was going to have. That's not a thing. You don't temporarily pause puberty because one of the things, the biggest issues that they're just running into now is that your dick doesn't grow. So I don't know if I was on puberty blockers. If there was, I might have a case against my parents. Like, honestly, I might say something. Be like, yeah, well, when Crystal makes fun of me, I'm like, this is a hate crime. I was fucking castrated as a kid. But I had serious questions about this because if your dick doesn't grow enough, they just ran into this issue and somebody had a complication. That's why it was in the news. Somebody's dick wasn't big enough to make a pussy out of it. So there wasn't enough, like you couldn't reverse the sock inside because there wasn't enough meat there. So what they had to do, they used their rectum. They used part of their butt. Which is fucking crazy. Because I guess you can just... fucking kidding me? So your rectum is kind of like a worm where you can like cut it and then it's just like 2 living things. Like it's still like you can just cut it and then that's the end of the worm now. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can cut a worm's tail off and it's still the rest of the worm and the little bit is still living there. Yeah, that's kind of how your rectum works. Like you can isolate it. That's how a colonoscopy works. They just cut off the part that goes to your butthole and reroute it out your stomach. That's what they do. And then you got a bag that you fill with shit, and I could just be staring at you shitting in a bag, and you wouldn't really know unless it leaked. Unless a really funny guy comes along with a pin and makes this party epic. But so what they do is they cut out a piece of your rectum and they turn that into a pussy. So you're kind of doing anal and vaginal sex at the same time, which is kind of cool, I guess. Progressive. It's like efficient. That's what I would say. If you really wanted to if you had a bucket list and you wanted to lose your virginity and do anal, check them both off
at the same time.
Check. Done. It's it's a time saver is what I'm saying. But they had some complications and I think somebody died or they were really, really fucked up from them trying to sever their rectum and turn it into a pussy, which is that's a reality of the world, the simulation. Yeah. I'm in a pre-2007 Britney Spears world where this stuff doesn't happen. That's why I think I idolize Britney Spears so much, and I want that not to be her and she just be a glitch, because it's like that's just a sacred time of my life. Nobody was making rectum pussies yet. Now I know the name of this episode, Rectum Pussy. So there we go. At least I've checked that off my list. Rectum Pussy. And I'm gonna spell it with a W, like rectum pussy. Got it. All right. So that was my question: is how do you just temporarily stop? So you're just gonna start it at like 25? Can I just stay a kid forever? Like, is that what Michael Jackson did? Like, can I just be a kid and then I'll just kickstart it at 80? Do I just look like Andy Milonakis? Speaking of that, this person probably spent fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars to end up looking like Andy Milonakis, who has a disease that looks like a small lesbian woman. That's what you look. That was the end result. That was your masculinity at the end of the day. Everybody thinks Andy Milonakis is a small woman to this day, and he's in his 40s, and you will look like Andy Milonakis until you die. And you paid for the privilege. That's a mind-boggling thing. And you're not even going to be Andy Milonakis famous, which isn't that high of a standard.
For people assigned male at birth, puberty blockers will decrease facial hair and body hair growth, prevent your voice from getting deeper, and will limit eggplant growth.
What? You think I had that because I have no facial hair and my dick's small?
Yeah.
And my voice is kind of high and squeaky?
Yes.
You think I have a case? You think do you think I should move to Florida?
Ask your mom.
What kind of I'd be like, what kind of medication did you have me on as a kid? I can't just go in puberty blockers guns a-blazing, because she'll know. She'll be like, oh, fucking right wing Ryan Shapiro. Here we go. And they're like, okay, I don't. And I'd be like, what? Did I take any what were in those Flintstones vitamins? What were you? Oh, castration pills, you say? Oh, that explains a hell of a lot. Thank you, because this whole situation is your fault. The fact that this is a fucking baby's bottom and I haven't shaved for 3 days. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah, I got a bone to pick with that bitch.
And for people assigned female at birth, hormone blockers will prevent boobie growth and getting your period. No more periods. Hey! However, once you stop taking puberty blockers, your body will then go into puberty, and that's why it's only temporary.
They said that your penis isn't gonna grow. It's gonna stop your dick from growing. That's what you're gonna. He said that. It said I don't know what this thing even wants to be. I wanted to be nice and say he because it looks like Andy Milonakis. To me, this just identifies as Andy Milonakis. So, I think that's going to be an issue, because I think late term puberty is going to make your dick not grow enough. Speaking from experience, when you go through it really late in life, I'm still hanging on that it's right around the corner. I know they said it was delayed. Yeah, it's I don't know how delayed. It could all of a sudden kickstart and I just wake up with a fucking middle of conception bay iceberg between my legs, just fucking vop. But until then, I'm just come on in the middle. We can all hope. We can all hope that the puberty's gonna kick in any day. And if you stare at it long enough and just think really hard, you wish upon a star, maybe Jiminy Cricket will give you the big cock that you always wanted. I live my life like it's a Disney movie. So, well, thank you guys. We got the website back up and running, so live streams and racism is back on the table. Woo! Let's fucking go! Blake can be S tier racist again.
Oh god, yeah.
I don't think Blake likes the S tier racism meta that we created for him, but dude, you can just say things, just so you know. That's how this podcast works. You can just say things and then they just become reality. So if you feel free for firing back. For a long time on the show, I was like the head of an anorexia association that you guys continuously brought up. It was so annoying. Jack. So Jack randomly said like he was like I was like upset.
Bulimic.
Yeah, he said I was like bulimic one day because I like wasn't eating or I hadn't eaten something that day, and he was just like, and then he just went into this whole spiel about me being like the head of a bulimia association, and then that was in the meta for a while. The meta changes here. It just keeps changing. For a while, Martin was really in defeat. Like it was just like you go through the saga here. It goes from gauntlets to newts to fucking Martin loving feet to Blake loves hentai to Blake's a racist to like it's just,
I got 2 in a row.
Yeah, dude, it was fun for a while. We were really bagging on Blake.
I mean, Ryan does have the tiny one now. So.
Yeah, dude, now we're in tiny dick meta. Like, I when you go back through the analogs of the Clever Name podcast, as some people do, it's funny to see the growing metas that we've created out of thin air, and you get to see where they were created. You just, when you listen to new episodes and you're just like, why, what are they talking about? Ryan's tiny dick and Martin's a Down syndrome Polish man. Like, we've just created this, and that loves blackface. I love you just like, yeah, but like say some of the stuff that's not true. Like say some of the feet stuff that's not true. But yeah, that's what we do here. And in order to do that, I've had to spend an exorbitant amount of money to skirt the system that we have our own servers. We have our own racist Nippolies and Pepe that will create a website that we can stream shit porn and racism from. We watched the entirety of Mega Turtles before the show.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome.
Yo, dude.
And you know what? That was another thing that me and you said we were going to do, Martin. We did it. It was like 2 years ago. Like when we set our minds to something, it will get done. Eventually. And that's how white men do it. Let's fucking go. Eventually getting things done. Eventually getting things done. Sorry, Blake. Sometimes we exclude you, but we still love you. We still love you.
I'm getting attacked by like sharks and shit. Y'all are just over there on your treadmills.
Getting handed money from old people that are dying, and Blake's over there in prison. Fucking for no reason. All he did was just flash a gun at a police officer. It's crazy. That's it. The crime of being on fentanyl and having a very kneeable neck.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Well, maybe make it less kneeable. Sorry.
I'm gonna hit you with silence on that one.
Yeah. That's what you guys do. When I do one of those, especially one that's like, that wasn't that bad, but it was like, it had like that tinge of hateful racism. And then when you guys just sit there and stare at me, it makes me squirm. Yeah. And then I usually double down, and it makes it worse. You guys should just go like, haha, and then we can move on, because like you make me squirm.
I'm not going down.
And then I'm gonna just call Blake the N-word, and it's all gonna be over.
I'll laugh for that.
You're right, me and you just high five. How did it get worse after I already left? What the fuck happened? I'm sorry. How do you guys listen? How does anybody make it to this? I don't know who the fuck's listening to this, but just know you're a terrible person. If you even snickered, if you were listening to this and you did one of those like laughs, just even that, hell, instant hell. Fucking haram. Haram is all hell. Like, that's what I say.
Haram!
That's what Andrew Tate, that's what Down syndrome Andrew Tate said. He's a haram!
Germany.
He's a haramani!
Hell.
Hell. All of you, hell. But just remember.
It's
not
Britney, bitch.
Thank you. Keep your shit together.
Hey yo, when y'all, it's the clever, yo, know when
Wow,
y'all want
I fucked that
clever
up.
name podcast. It's the clever name.
I don't fucking know.
Clever name podcast.
I'm retarded.
Know when y'all want that clever name podcast. Y'all want that clever name podcast. Y'all want that clever name podcast. Y'all want that clever name podcast.
Oh, no.
I'm retarded.
She said, help me, I'm retarded.